What's going on, everybody? Moniz here, and I want to have a discussion about the Pixel 3 and the 3 XL. I want to talk about notches. A lot of people out there don't realize that the smaller Pixel 3 was supposed to have a notch. During meetings with Google engineers, a bunch of journalists got to ask questions about the device, and they actually said they wanted to put a notch on the smaller Pixel 3. They couldn't do it because of the hardware. There was just too much going on in such a smaller form factor with the dual cameras and the bigger speaker grill. They just couldn't fit it inside of a notch. Now, a lot of you people are saying, thank God they didn't do it. I don't have to stare at it. It makes me very happy. But the problem with that is you actually lose out on some screen real estate. They would have been able to bump up the screen size of this device to 5.7 or 5.8, putting it in line with other smartphones like the iPhone XS. Now, that's the one thing about this device. The next thing is the people's complaints about the 3 XL. I get it. It's ugly. It's so ugly you can land a plane on it. It's so ugly it looks like a saggy butt. In fact, I think it actually looks like my butt. But I think we're being a little too picky, and that's coming from a guy who hates notches. You see, yes, technically it's vertically too deep, but when you compare it to other smartphones, it's not that much bigger. In fact, if you look at the iPhone XS, it may not go as deep, but the horizontal space is significantly wider, making it pretty much the exact same size notch. And where was everybody's complaints on the Poco phone? Surely, yes, it's a $200 or $300 smartphone packing all the latest and greatest, but at the same time, the notch is huge. I think we're personally at the point where we're complaining about every little thing. I wish there was no notches, I can't stand them, but we're at the point now that we're making such big deals out of it, it's really taking away from the device itself. There's so many great things about this smartphone, there's so many great things about all the other smartphones that have the notches, but for some reason, us tech enthusiasts have gotten so spoiled that we're looking for all these little negative things to talk about instead of focusing on what this phone can actually do. The next thing is the whole idea of disabling it in the developer options. I had a great discussion with my buddy here, old Ash, and he's like, Matt, the reason why the developer options are there in the first place is for programmers to use the notch to test out their applications. And he's absolutely right. People are thinking this is gonna be a brand new feature coming up in another Pixel 3 device. And maybe it will based on all the complainings and videos it has been about this device. But that developer option is for software. That's exactly what it's for. And most likely, engineers or app developers are gonna use it to test their very own. So anyways, I just want to have this quick discussion about the notch. I personally don't like it, but I think we're getting a little too fixated on it. At the end of the day, all these phones on this table that have notches, whether you like it or not, still provide a fantastic experience. Listen, we're going through a different point in time right now. We have to deal with these notches until we get to the next step. The next step is being able to put those camera sensors under the display of the device to really push things forward. Let me know your thoughts about the Pixel 3. Does it really bother you that much that the Pixel 3 XL has a notch? And honestly, if you don't like the Pixel 3 XL's notch, then you probably don't like the notches on every single other device. Hit me up in the comments if you have any questions. Jump on Discord if you want to have a discussion. Follow me on Instagram for behind the scenes, and make sure you subscribe for the full review. And I'll talk to you guys in the next episode.